Hey, happy Thoughtful Thursday. So I'm coming to you today from my very echoey bathroom to talk to you about risk tolerance. Now, risk tolerance is our willingness to take risk for the trade-off of reward potentially. It also might mean that we actually have a higher risk of having loss. So a classic example would be the stock market. I might invest in a stock market and I might be in a stock. And as soon as that dips, I'm like, I'm out. I want to preserve my money. I want to lock in my profit. That would be a low risk tolerance. And a high risk tolerance might be, I'm like, I'm going to ride it out. I think there's a long-term upside. Sure, it might be a little riskier, but I'm willing to stick with it for the possibility of having a bigger reward at the end. So today's example that I'm going to use is my risk tolerance about teeth brushing, because we all can relate to teeth brushing. So there's all kinds of information out there about what makes it possible for us to have fewer cavities, right? And better health. So I could use one of these toothbrushes. Now I happen to know statistically this kind of electric toothbrush, sonic toothbrush is more effective than this one here. And so for me, when I look at toothbrushing, I'm like, I'm kind of not so risk tolerant. I want to have more certainty that I won't necessarily have a cavity. Now I could still get one, but the chances go down. I also floss, right? I'm flossing. I'm using a toothpaste that my dentist recommended. Some people use water picks or a fluoride rinse. There's all kinds of things that we do that invest our time into teeth brushing every day or twice a day to mitigate the risk of having cavities and having problems with our teeth. So for me, I can recognize that I'm pretty risk intolerant. Like I don't want to take a lot of risk in that area. Other people might say, that's a lot of time. I'm just going to do a toothbrush. That's fine. Everybody gets to assess their own risk tolerance. So as we make choices, as we get data in when we're making decisions, it's important to recognize that every individual might interpret that data differently. And it's okay because risk tolerance is at play. So make choices that are aligned with who you are and what your personal preferences are, what you value. Happy Thoughtful Thursday.